I hurt my lower back a couple of weeks ago. Whenever I got out from my bed or my chair, I could feel the strain and tension immediately. But what was interesting wasn't the injury itself, but the reaction to it. When my mom saw me walking slowly, she started panicking. She wanted to help me, she wanted to fix it, asking me to see the doctor immediately or apply her Chinese massage oil. She wanted to know exactly why it happened and what causes it. But I actually felt rather relaxed and peaceful about this. I was like, what's wrong? People hurt themselves from time to time, right? I felt tension at my back, but I wasn't exactly screaming in pain. So why is she overreacting? And then I realized in that moment, pain is inevitable, but panic is a choice. You know why nowadays I'm so calm when I'm sick or injured? That's because I realized two things over the years. Number one is emotional pain exaggerates physical pain. When, I don't know about you, when you're feeling grief, don't you feel the pain and discomfort around your chest area? Your emotion affects your body. The same when we are feeling sad that our body wasn't functioning properly, it creates additional pain that doesn't exist in the first place. Number two, when you are emotionally reactive, you're actually taking precious resources from your body. When you are sick, you don't want to compete with your body for resources. For example, when you panic, right? Don't you feel a shortage of breath and your heart beating faster? Now, your body has to regulate your breathing and heart rate on top of healing your body. Now your body has to process your emotion, heal itself. So it's double the work. We're creating more work for our body. Nowadays, I know that whenever I get sick, the first thing I do is not to fix the body, is to keep my ego and emotion in check and put my mind aside. Because this isn't the time for storytelling. I know that when my ego starts to panic, it will interpret the pain as negative or a sign of doom and despair. Maybe I wouldn't get well, or maybe it will exaggerate the illness. I have to remove my ego and not obstruct the healing process. Whenever I was sick, I know that the body has to be the leader, the main character. And I trust and I know that my body has the wisdom to heal itself. It knows how to mend injuries in the body and fight viruses. And for me, I just became the supporting role and provide whatever the body needs to heal, whether it's sleep, water, or healthy diet, and medicine if necessary. When we fall sick, it's easy for us to become depressed and frustrated, or even judge our body for not functioning as well as before. But I like to look at it from another perspective, from the more spiritual perspective. I know that the physical symptoms are the body's way of healing itself. For example, when you have fever, right? Your fever, your temperature is hot because it helps to burn off the viruses and bacteria. And when you have inflammation, it's actually to protect the specific part of your injury. Even when I have back pain, I know that my body is asking me to stabilize that part of my body, asking me not to overexert the part of my body, not to do too much forward fold, because they are trying to heal that part of my body. And if I keep moving around, it kind of disturbs their healing process. That's why I do more squats and lunges instead of forward bend to give that part of my body the time and space to heal. That's why I become more careful with my motion and walk slowly because I don't want to hurt that part of the body again. There is a purpose in physical symptoms. They are not there to punish you. It's actually a sign that your body is working hard to bring itself to harmony. Your physical symptoms are proof that your body is doing something for healing. The least you could do is not judge the symptom. Your body has so much wisdom, so you need to trust your body and listen to what your body needs. We actually all have one valuable piece of information that no one other than yourself have. Not the doctors, not the medical institution and their tools, or your family members. The information we have is how our body feel to us right now. No matter how knowledgeable your doctor is, or what kind of tools they have, they wouldn't know the intensity of your pain unless you tell them. You know your body the best. You know your energy level. You know when you need to take a break or when to take a nap. And you can only do this provided you're not panicking. Because when you panic, you will not notice the signs from your body. You'll become too emotionally reactive and you will not be able to hear and feel your body sensation. And then you will not know how to support your body. For example, a few years ago, my mom had diarrhea and she immediately took some traditional Chinese medicine. Then after a while, it doesn't work. She took a couple of charcoal tablets from the pharmacy. Then her diarrhea still wasn't completely healed. So she saw the doctor next day. But instead of getting better after taking the prescription from the doctor, her diarrhea became worse. And then she wanted to see the doctor again. Luckily, we stopped her and asked her to finish the medicine first. Because she recovered completely just as she was about to complete the prescription. The healing process takes time and we need to learn to trust our body and let our body do the work. Whenever I have fever, I find it funny that my mom keep using the thermometer to check my temperature every few minutes. Because I know that my fever wouldn't heal so fast. The fever wouldn't be gone just like that. It takes time for the fever to subside. I actually prefer to let the fever burn the viruses instead of taking pills because it kind of obstructs the burning process. I only take them when I feel that I'm really hot and I couldn't take it, or my body feels there's a need for medicine. By the way, I'm not trying to give any medicine advice here, and it's not because I have something against with medicine. I prefer to observe the situation first, observe my body, instead of rushing to the doctor or medicine the instant I feel discomfort. Because I want to check in with my body to see if that's what's truly needed. That first day when I hurt my back, my mom asked me to see the doctor, but I refused. I say give it a few more weeks and see how my body heals the back first. And sure enough, after more than a week and one corrective exercise I did for a couple of days, the pain suddenly just went away. I just woke up one day and I don't feel the pain anymore. Of course, I'm not like 100% here, I'm like 95% here. You still feel a little uncomfortable getting into the meditation position for long. But at least now that when I stand up or when I get out of my bed, it doesn't hurt anymore. Instead of panicking and worrying, trying too hard to fix my body, what I prefer to do is actually pay attention to that part of the body that needed support and just send it some loving energy. I know that I don't have to do much because my body is already onto it the minute there is a tear of muscle or a part of the body that needs healing. But I didn't always have this level of trust with my body. For me, it's also a process. The turning point for me was way back in 2018 when I developed a terrible cough and high fever, that I started learning there's a huge connection between our emotion and our body. And if you want to learn more about this mind-body connection, or if you resonate with this approach to healing and intuition, you can find more insight in my book, Love Your Body. And I think that's all I have to share with you today. I shall see you in the next one. Bye.